my inbox, my DMs, my we just went live just now. I don't know what that was about. Okay, so welcome to Climbing Out the Podcast, where you have the opportunity to eavesdrop on two good girlfriends having a conversation about what good girlfriends talk about. And most recently, we have been talking about online dating, do's and don'ts. I had a conversation with my date today about some bullshit that y'all still doing, and we need y'all to cut that out because when people like me and Tina show up, we got to deal with the bullshit that y'all done put down. Come on, stop trying to get married in first date. Stop thinking you're exclusive because you done went to dinner twice.
You go to dinner 25 times. You can go to dinner 11,000 times.
11,000 times. And if you have not had a conversation with an intentional conversation where the end result is he said and you said that you two are dating exclusively, he dating them all, sis. And you dating them all, sis. And stop making shit hard for me. Because I show up and, I'm just having fun. I'm just here to do what it do until it do something different. And y'all done showed up and picked out your damn bridesmaids gowns over your fucking first dinner. Stop it. Stop it.
Stop. It's silly.
We're not going to go have this conversation again. We have told you guys that you're dating without an agenda. You're dating, and unless you have an agenda. If you want to get married, fine. Just don't tell them over appetizers on the first day. So if you were just joining us, you see that I am not in my normal space. I am not at home in my office. I am in Miami. So I think we went out maybe 3 times. I think we went out 3 times. And he had, so Tina, you know that he and I had been communicating and he was out of the country and then he flew into Miami and he stayed in Miami for a weekend. And then that Monday when he returned, we went to dinner. That was a week ago? Was it a fucking week ago? 2 weeks.
No,
that's only a week ago?
No, that's 2 weeks ago because last week was Independence Day.
He just said it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was.
So 2 weeks ago, he returned on a Monday. We went on our first date, and we went on 2 other dates. We had a great time. What the world knows is I don't take people to public events in Baltimore. I do not, because my world is my world, and your world is your world, and then we create this world together. But I had an event this past Friday, and he went with me. So we all know what's been quite difficult for me is people that are able to navigate both of my worlds. And home run, we did great. And we were talking before the show started that on Friday we went to that event, and then we went to, I'm going to try to remember every step of this date that never ended. We went to my event, then we went to Monarch. Yes. We went to Monarch for a drink, and then we went to Black Swan. We went to Black Swan for a drink. We went to Monarch for a drink. Then we went to Ouzo Bay.
Oh, I love Ouzo.
We left Ouzo Bay. We went to Bygone. Right? Went to Bygone, and then we went to the strip club. That was such a great night.
That was a great day.
So we've been having a great time. So what happened after about date number 3, because we communicated a lot, and he let me know that the beach was his happy place. And I texted him earlier in the day where we had dinner planned that evening. And I said to him, well, you've got to start planning our first beach trip. And he says, I'm already on it. I'll give you details later. We need some sound effects because I need to hear some fucking applause because you would think everyone has watched every show, has talked to my best friend, and understands my language. He said, I'll give you details later. So the only thing that I had to do, And we all know Erica just wants a link. Don't make me do the work. Just, can I please just show up pretty? So he asked if I wanted to go, I think maybe Tuesday through Friday or Sunday through Wednesday, because he had an event on Saturday. So I picked Sunday through Wednesday, and here we are Sunday in Miami Beach. So day one has been great. When I finished with this, wow, my boobs look fantastic.
They look great. Your hair looks good too.
Thank you. When we finish with this, we're going to go to Bar One here in Miami, and then we're going to a club. Yeah. I'm sorry? The Clevelander. Yeah, so I'm having a great time. And what
I am loving the fact that he's there.
So, okay, let's talk about why he's there.
About him in his face. I'm so excited for this moment. Continue.
So we're going to talk about why he's here. So he texts me to book my flight. He needed my whole name. And as soon as I sent my whole name, I was like, motherfucker's going to Google me.
That's the end of that.
As soon as I hit send, however, he said that I showed him my whole name previously. Anyway, I'm telling you, I went full anxiety. Hey, send me your information, the way that it appears on your passport. And I sent it. And then the next day he texts me, I hope you don't think this is weird, but I Googled you. No, it's not fucking weird at all, because I'd already Googled you, already Googled your ex-wife.
Yes, I need to know.
I've seen both your kids.
Yes.
Right? You better. I don't want to date anybody that can't Google. If you are not Googleable, you can't. What? No, that's not weird at all. And then the next thing he said was, I saw your YouTube. And my response to that was, shit. So then I asked, did he see my TED Talk or my podcast? And he said, I saw your dating show. And my response to that was, fuck.
Listen,
I immediately said to him, the reason why I am apprehensive about sharing who I am or what I do is because I don't want to be held to datamolsis, right? I'm a publicist. I do PR. There's some shit that I do that is just about brand awareness, blah, 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 you know. And then there's me. And somewhere in between, you know, he was brilliant enough to say, I've already been able to differentiate between the two.
No, let me just tell you, Mr. Sir. No, you haven't. You think you have, but you have not. You think you have. You absolutely. The reason that I know you haven't is because you think you have, and it's only been 2 weeks. Don't be duped. Listen, I'm rooting for you, sir. Pay attention to Tina. Don't be fooled. You do not have this chick figured out quite yet. It's gonna be an adventure. It's gonna be an adventure.
I hope he's down for the ride.
Buckle up, baby. Let's go.
So, and we've talked about that. So we've already determined, the world has helped me determine who the hell I can date and who I can't.
Oh,
and even my therapist knows that I can not figure it out, but getting there. I just received a text message, Tina.
He said not, say it again.
Not figured out, but getting there.
It's a slow walk, baby. Just don't rush yourself. That's all I'm telling you. The moment you think you got it.
Oh, Erica, your hair is beautiful and you are looking amazing. I'm happy for you. Have fun. Thank you. That's what Miami will do for you, baby. I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time. Andrea, do you see any comments from? I don't remember who it was, but I don't.
On your Facebook page.
Yeah, and I can't see it because I'm working from my phone tonight. Anyway, we can keep talking. So Tina's super busy and working a lot. Did you not go on any dates at all this week, Tina?
I didn't. Wait, hold on. I lost my screen. Wait, all of a sudden something went black on. Okay, I'm back.
And I got to grab my water.
Yeah, I didn't go on any dates this week. You know what I did do though? I evaluated my recent connections.
Okay, that's good.
You know, you met, clean up the
We got a
inbox.
lot of viewers tonight. Sheesh. Y'all
Oh,
knows.
yeah. So we did a lot of cleanup, you know, like, no, never mind, changed my mind. They updating pictures. I don't like the new pictures. You know, I've been
Okay.
shut down. But there's one
Okay.
that for 48
Okay. 48. Okay.
has his own home,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't live too far from me. So I know
Oh,
he's in
good.
a nice, you know, area, decent house, stable job.
He's in Charlotte.
He's in Huntersville. He's in my
Okay.
city.
Oh, and
Yeah.
you're so wow, good.
6'3", 6'4". You know,
Whoa.
has all the looks. You ready?
Yes. You
Never
got
been
small
married.
child.
Never been married. Doesn't have any children.
Uh,
So,
why? Because I ain't want no baby mamas. I'm so sick of hearing that.
never
Just,
happened. He was engaged once.
and why she changed her mind?
She cheated on him. He found out, and he called off the engagement.
We don't cheat just to cheat. Why she cheat?
Well, it's been like 10 days. It hasn't been, you know, like I haven't really dug all the way into that. But just that alone, never been married, no kids.
Right.
So your whole life been about you? Your whole life.
Yeah. Hello there, Kimberly Smith. Welcome.
And also when we first met through, you know, online dating, we were both out of town.
Okay.
We both came back in town, kind of like maybe a day or two apart from each other. He's had like he's doing some renovations on his house, so he's had some issues with all of that stuff. Beautiful home, by the way. I've seen pictures. Yeah, like, are you gonna ask me out on a date? Because I'm not gonna keep texting and talking on the phone.
I have somebody like that too. Yeah.
Yeah. And so he kind of had mentioned some things, like he was coming back in town, catching up from work. I was a little busy. You know, I'm about to be traveling starting this weekend. I'll be on the road pretty much the rest of the year. So I get the whole preparation. I'm talking about a drink and a dessert. So he probably has until Friday. When I fly out
to ask you out at all. That's bizarre.
So when I fly out on Friday, I'll be flying in one direction and releasing him into the other direction. He has until Friday. Otherwise, I'm just kidding. Like I'm 49. I'm not gonna be texting and all that. That's Tina. Has he been a super uncle or provider for his family, and does this count?
So Philadelphia dude has no kids, never been married, and he's a super uncle. That shit don't count.
Not the same.
No, it's not. Because you can drop nieces and nephews off. You're not responsible for them.
Yeah, it says that you're good with kids, but it doesn't necessarily.
What's that?
I don't look at ghosts as you do. I look at ghosts if the person doesn't show up on a date. If you go on a date and not a second date, would not be ghosted. Rather, it would be you both didn't have a love connection. I agree with that. She's talking about ghosting.
Yeah.
She's kind of jumping topics, but she said so the whole key to ghosting is communication. As long as you communicate, you're not ghosting. And it can be a text or a phone call because it's early. So I don't owe you like these long explanations, and I don't owe you all of that. I probably have known you at best 7 to 10 days.
I think I'm currently ghosting Philadelphia.
Hey, Patricia, I hope so. Your ex-girlfriend, I've been about tired of your ex-girlfriend.
I'm tired of my ex-girlfriend too, and I don't call or anything anymore, but she still texts and calls, and I'm really short. I'm not interested.
Is he avoiding that topic, or is that a topic?
No, she talks to me like it's so fucked up that we refer to him as she.
Because he is she.
No,
like, she is her and him is her.
Every time he calls me, it's like he's engaged with someone that's. It's like, hey, beautiful, how was your day? I'm like, my day was good.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Let me tell you what he's showing you. This is what he's used to, and now we know why you're
Yeah,
used to this.
yeah, yeah.
You know why because it don't work. It
So he
doesn't
called me
work.
one day last week, and I said, I was just thinking about you because I was. I didn't say why I
Mhm.
was thinking about you, but I was. And he said, I hope they were dirty thoughts. Why would I ever have dirty thoughts about?
How about to throw up? No, sir, they were not.
No, we'll never have dirty thoughts about you.
There's nothing to think dirty about you.
No,
Nothing, literally.
I don't think you're capable of getting dirty.
Definitely not capable of getting anything other than left alone. You're
Oh
capable of
my
being left alone.
God.
Yeah, no.
Oh
Okay,
no.
so so for me, it's background noise. It's frivolous. I'm focused on some whole other stuff. So it's like, if you come through and you want to meet up, now I'm not even really excited. Probably won't put a whole lot of effort into it. Blah 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 blah. Move on. No love lost. Carry on.
But I did do something. Um,
It better not be who I thought, who I think.
no, Porsche.
Oh, okay.
I text, we should go away. And he said, where? And I was like, oh, just kidding. So I didn't respond. Where would you like to go was the response.
Well, why you didn't go? Why you didn't say where you want to go?
Because
Porsche knows
although I
where
say
he
rinse
is.
them off,
Mm-hmm.
we've already established that that's not a good connection. That is really never married, no kids at 60. Like he is set.
Right, but it's fun though, right? You still have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? He took you to an event. I take that back.
Yes. Remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to the event. The event was nice, but I would rather be there with somebody else.
Yeah. No.
So his experiences are nice. It's just the connection is not there. And I think I was
And
just bored.
I think he's been rinsed. So
Yeah,
like once you
it
rinse
was
him
rinsed.
off, don't bring him back because then he's gonna need another rinsing, and we don't have that kind of time.
So that was that. Sometimes late at night you ain't got nothing else to do with yourself.
Let me tell you, I got a few things I've been doing with myself.
Okay, I'm gonna buy a rose.
Ooh, I'll send you one. I'm gonna gift you.
Because I still don't have one. If Juliet is watching, Juliet has told me 1,000 times to buy this rose. I can do some things with myself too, but I've heard your stories. I've even watched YouTube videos about this goddamn rose. And the reason I don't own one is I think I'm afraid of the rose.
Let me just tell you this though, and ladies, this may help all of you. The rose is sometimes about pleasuring yourself, but the rose is also sometimes about teaching you how to discover your own body. When was the last time you were able to be aroused and control where, when, how long, can I pull back, do I squirt, don't I? Like this becomes practice.
It's so funny. Wait a minute. Another one of my girlfriends, we talk in the mornings when I'm driving into Baltimore. I call her like normal day. We're talking. And my ride into Baltimore was like 50 minutes. So we have a long conversation. We talk about work and clients and everything. And I was about 5 minutes away from my office. And she said, girl, let me get up and put some damn pants on. When you called me, I just got finished using my rose. I'm like,
the rose is kind of like the rose is good for a quickie. You'd be like, oh, damn, 5 minutes, I'm done. I'm good. I can move them. Or
let me get up and put my pants on. When you called me, I just got finished using my rose. I don't think I would have answered the phone.
Like, all right, girl, go ahead.
If you're watching and own a rose, can you send up a heart, a comment, or say something? Convince me to get a rose. What's that? Yes, the rose is phenomenal. You're right.
I ain't gonna tell all my business, but I can.
Anybody else out there got a rose? I have a rose. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Have you ever used a rose with a partner?
Yes.
Okay, what's that? What's D Turner saying? I can't see.
Great point, Tina. We often give others the power or responsibility to find out what pleases us. If they can't, we get pissed. D, that's what listen, D gets
See,
it.
if you've been watching this show, we have both let folks go.
D, listen, let me tell you. People think that, and this is sad because it's for men and women. You all think that sex is just about a little, let me get you aroused. Somebody gets wet, somebody gets.
Who's that just ordered one?
Baby, catch up. I've been had that one.
The new one with the tongue? Okay, that's the one I want.
No, too fast. You going too fast. Slow down. Anyway, what I'm saying is that people who are, and this may be part of my yoga side too, because I study my own body, but to study yourself sexually, like when was the last time you studied yourself sexually to see like how long could you wait before you exploded? Like
really? I don't think I've ever done that. Because I'm doing that. I'm normally on a mission. What Joyce saying?
I'm late because I don't have one and I'm about to get married. That's good. Good for you. You don't need one. But
that's my question. No. You might need one because my question is, have you used it with a partner?
No, I don't think you should start out married with the rose. Joyce, listen to me, Joyce, I'm talking to you, baby. Listen. Just leave it alone. Just go on in there and free fall, and y'all make it up and have as much sex as you can. Then maybe when in a few years you gotta like bring the fire back. That's when you start, getting your little toys, little things like that. That's just my suggestion. That's all. But I'm saying for people who like just like want to bump and grind, great. Y'all having a whole lot of sex, blah blah blah.
She said she's listening, Queen.
I know some things now. But
we will never steer you guys wrong.
We only good at things that we practice.
All right, so I'm getting a rose.
You got to practice and study your body. And when you get a partner, you need to study his too. Don't be selfish.
That's facts.
Everybody ought to be paying attention in the bed.
She said, thanks for the advice.
You're more than welcome. Anytime.
Every Sunday at 8:30, tune in for more advice.
Okay, so I'm about to ask a big question. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, just she said she never heard of the rose. Girl, you could have texted me. I would have told you. So Mr. Miami.
Okay, he needs a name.
No, I can't because he's listening. So if I give him a name, it's gonna mess it up. I can't because I have one. I literally know what I'm gonna call him, but I can't because then if we refer to him later.
Okay, right now he's Mr. Miami. That works.
Mr. Miami, is Mr. Miami gonna get some between now and Wednesday?
Like, he got some today. He got some today.
Okay. And you're still there. So maybe that answers my question. Because we didn't book the flight out due to an emergency.
Leave a motherfucker sleep. I got money.
Oh my! I didn't want to wake
you. Get away.
I didn't want to wake you, but my daughter called me.
I'm across the street in the hotel across the street. Have my own little vacation.
Wait, no. Do you know I did that one time? I did it in Savannah.
I left the destination and gone back home.
I didn't go home because I love Savannah. It's like my favorite getaway.
I love Savannah too.
I wasn't feeling it. He left to go to a board meeting at like 8 a.m. I started packing my shit so fast, booked my own hotel room right down the street and stayed the next 3 days.
I am completely capable of getting the fuck out of here.
Okay, so you're still there, which is
I'm still here.
Okay, I think she said I love this podcast. Thanks for
that. Okay, so I love you.
So what are your intentions for the weekend? Like what are you thinking? What are your because we say date them all and we try to encourage women to not have an agenda. So obviously you're on a date, you're traveling, you're having a good time. What made you go from online dating to a trip? Because that's a big leap.
Okay. So chemistry was good immediately, right? And we've gone out several times. And the biggest thing was I have a lot of fun with him. So everybody knows, what do I like? Funny, smart, right? So if you can keep me engaged and I walk away learning something, that's the biggest thing. I think we had, on the first day, we had a conversation about me changing to the MBA in finance. And I started talking about me needing to know more about acquisitions and how I can, monetize what I'm doing and that conversation alone.
That's a good conversation.
He could put my panties in his pocket. What?
All right, calm down. Don't get into many points.
I was good, right?
So I think that before. He ain't the first smart one we done met.
No, but we know that's what does it for me, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't that. I like that he's local. I don't do local at all.
I like that too.
Yep. And there's a reason why I don't do local, because Baltimore, and because of the world that I'm in, everybody knows everybody, and he's under the radar. I like that. Even though one of his close friends, I do know. We just figured that out. But he's not someone that's out there. And
know him? Well, we just know
don't know him like that. No, he was actually a client of mine before.
Oh, okay. Oh, D said Erica must trust him. He trusts her. It might be about the say, oh yeah, we're not going out with crazy people.
No, we don't do that one. But we've never reported back that. There's never been a report back that though it may not seem like I do a lot of vetting, I'm very, very intentional about who I will and won't go out with.
If you make it to the phone,
right?
We have done a lot of research to even talk or text.
Yeah, and then if you make it to a second date,
oh yeah, that's.
Yeah. So no, we're good.
However, we've given some second chances. Not often, but we do. We're like, okay,
maybe
let's one more.
We're not all brutal.
We're brutal at all. I think we're honest, and that's the world. The world is uncomfortable with honesty. We all understand that. But
tell you the truth.
I have a request, and I am pleading. If I could get on hands and knees right now, and it's this Good Sunday, I am begging and pleading. When y'all are in the bed with these men, you're doing your little just please stop lying to them, because then they come over here and they think I'm going Stop. Just stop. I'm not talking about
lying to these men.
I don't need you to shame them, none of that. But you have to be honest. Like, if you want to work with them, tell them why. But if you're not feeling them because it wasn't good, tell them that too. Because they come to us still thinking
that they doing something. Lord have mercy. Please stop it. Please stop it.
One time, maybe two, if you have some extra things I have to consider. But bad sex.
What's that?
Tell the truth. Don't lie on the D. Tell that man. Exactly. Because he's saying, you know how men are. Is it good to you? Do you like it? And then when y'all get out the bed, then the next day or the day after that, they say they need the affirmation. You can affirm, but you have to be honest, because then when they show up over here, it's no way.
No.
50s, late 40s, 50s, that ain't nobody gave you a report on you. I want to report on.
They are not. My ex-girlfriend. I cannot believe no one has told you that.
No one. He's too confident for me to believe that anyone.
No one has ever told him. That's because he buy bags. I don't need no bags like that. And the bag I want, I can buy myself.
And even if I can't buy it, if it takes bad sex to get it, I'm good. No. I don't even need it. I'm gonna just carry another bag.
That's right. I'm gonna carry the bag, the good D boy.
Right. This said, Tina, you can't be honest and absolutely honest while you are butt naked. You might need to talk later about things. Okay, right. All right.
Yeah.
So that's what I have been slow walking my good girlfriend into is that it's not about emasculating a man. It's none
No.
of that. We're not in favor of that. You just have to be honest. Now, I'm not honest right after, like, and then they like to roll over like they didn't. Whew, like, now I don't say nothing then because he in this moment and I don't want to mess it up. But what I'm not gonna do is spend the night though. No, I won't be doing that. I just gotta call.
It again. No.
I got to get home. I got to get home to the Rose. I need to take care of my.
What you said, Katrice? What Katrice said?
If he had to ask, he already know. It's been no. This is the thing.
They don't know.
They don't ask. They talk to you. And
they don't know.
My sex conversation is me sharing. I want to.
Wait a minute. What's that?
If he has LDE, let him know. And thank you. If you have any type of dysfunction, I gotta tell you about it. Just because.
Right.
Just it's just fair. But y'all keep lying to them, and then they get to us, and then we look like
Satan. Doing these Oscar award-winning performances, making them think that they're doing something. And they get over here with that whack shit, and I'm like, what?
Chiquita said they don't know. Most of them are proud for no reason.
Just out here proud.
Just out here talking something.
I laid it down.
Stop.
No.
Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's performance. Sometimes it's the quality of the product.
Sometimes there's no product to have quality.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it with you. I'm not gonna do it with you. Because that man gotta know. You have to know. Men, be honest about what you have. You meet some young
Tina wants me to believe that men that don't have much in the package area don't know it.
Because they all know. I tell you this story.
She believes because we get undressed in front of each other and we see each other, and men don't do that they don't know. Every man has watched porn.
I love this D. D says, so ladies, be honest. Have your partners ever been honest with you and said that you weren't doing it for them? You know that men can come and still not be into you mentally. Miss D, yes. And when you tell me something, baby, I goes to do the homework. That's how you like it. I was out at dinner and the lady walking by had on some leather red boots, and I noticed your head turned. I'm like, oh, so you like
unpacking Vienna sausages. Lord Jesus, help the Vienna sausages. Who said that?
The next time you see me in bed, I got on leather high heel boots because that's what I saw that caught your attention. I can take correction. I want to be.
I had one person give me some correction, and I took it. Yep.
Oh wait, is she asking us what our correction was? You need to ask. Yeah. Already learned that.
We already know.
Don't even text me. I'm good.
No. If you have high blood pressure, gentlemen, go deal with that. Don't deal with me.
And they have solutions. That's the other thing. They have
solutions. But the problem is their medication stops them from, and then if you have high blood pressure, you can't take Viagra or Cialis. It's like a catch-22 or something. Exercise. Eat right, exercise. Control your blood pressure, and then give me a call.
You act like controlling blood pressure is really that easy. It's really not that easy.
Look, and I'm sitting here with high blood pressure.
I just need them to understand when it don't work, you need to know it don't work.
And stop trying to put your wet noodle somewhere. Go somewhere.
So when we're having the pre-conversation, you need to be sharing me this information so then I don't even get in the bed. Just tell me. Like, if you say you have high blood pressure or you on medication, I'm probably like, I'm in another direction.
Yeah. Who's that?
I had a man who knew he had a little D and tried to compensate with bad oral. Then gonna ask me how it was.
How you got a little D and bad oral? See, so what y'all don't know about my ex-girlfriend, me and Tina knew. I knew because the oral was excellent.
That's always
Too excellent. And I was like,
and you
ain't nothing gonna follow this up.
Right.
Because you was doing way too much.
Those are the signs. Those are the signs.
Ladies.
You know, you like, uh-oh, here we go.
I was like, Tina, this is going to be garbage. Then my next call was, Tina.
It was garbage. It was garbage. You don't want Kevin Samuels to collapse on you with that HB.
Right. Go somewhere with the high blood pressure. Go somewhere. Take care of yourself, baby. It's okay.
And the other thing too is pace yourself. Stop talking about
okay. Listen, if I sound heartless, if you're in a relationship with someone and they get diagnosed with high blood pressure, no, don't lead a man.
No,
you work out some things. Y'all got to compensate in other areas. We're talking about dating, getting there, and no, I ain't got to do that.
Yeah, new, nothing new.
Brandon's here, sweet children.
Oh, Brandon. Now, he and I have had this conversation on many occasions. It's nothing worse than, because for me, we're gonna have a conversation before we get in bed, because I want to share expectations. I want to hear what you like. I want, I want to know, because I'm a pleaser, right? So I want to be able to do good. Bad sex is a
deal breaker. I can't do it. I'm 51. I'll be 52 years old this year. I am single, vibrant, active, beautiful, brilliant, talented, and I can go on and on.
Okay, and I don't need no bad D in my life. Exactly.
Why? Why would I do that?
Not when that rose got me calling my own name. Right. I don't need no bad D.
Just like, wait, man, I put my glasses on. I can't even see my glasses.
If her oral raises my blood pressure, I'm ready to go. I don't let fix it up when, I don't know what that part means.
I don't know, Brandon. You got to fix that. You're typing too fast.
Yeah, I don't understand the second part.
What's that? And you get invited to the White House. Saying that you don't know that was in the White House this week.
That's horrible. What does that have to do with bad D?
Sitting talking like this, acting this way, and you get invited to the White House.
Listen, let's not confuse business with pleasure. Now, let's keep those two things very separate now. Don't mess up the money. Leave it alone.
I did. And maybe why I got invited.
And did, and can.
And will.
And will. Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Okay, there's so many people here. Do we have comments, Andrea? Wow, this is a big show tonight.
Bad sex is on the rise, y'all. Not over here.
She's the second person to say that.
I know. But wait. Let's be clear. Let's keep the age demographic together.
Miss Sullivan, how old are the men that you're dealing with? Huh? How old are you?
Yeah, because
I don't know, Miss E.
Sometimes the bad sex is related to health issues. So you should have held on to the last person you was in a relationship with, or find somebody who doesn't matter. Because I do know women where sex is not important. I know women, there's nothing wrong with them. It's just not
not me.
Definitely not me.
And our show will take a very different turn.
Yes, and will. Exactly. It can. Exactly. Listen.
No, ladies, don't be settling for that. Like, okay, man, we need to talk about, or not, we don't need to talk about tonight, but why don't you, if you are out here settling for bad sex, why? Why? Like, what part of the boxes that need to be checked for you are allowing that in your life? Do you not believe that you deserve to be pleasured and be
Wait,
happy in that area in your life?
Andrea, what can you put that? Okay, bad sex shouldn't be. Y'all had 2.5 years in the house due to COVID. Y'all should have been practicing. Brandon.
Right. So every week, some woman jumps on here and says that the amount of bad sex she's having is way up there. I don't understand that.
Remember last week it was what 80% of that was
80% of the sex she was having was bad.
stop. I felt bad for her.
And she said she had 5 partners, so we determined 4 of the 5 were bad. Girl, I don't know. You fishing in the wrong pool.
And stop letting these people give you excuses after they can't perform the first night. Stop.
No. Stop. Now we did talk about sometimes sometimes men are excited, but at 50 you should not be doing that 16-year-old shit.
Try to balance excitement.
Right. So
because I know how to balance my excitement and I know how to stay excited too. So
how about that?
Knock it off.
But we've given second chances. Tina's not as lenient as second chances as I am.
No, I'm definitely not.
Sometimes I'm like, oh man, it can't be that bad. I had so much fun.
I was there. I was a witness to it. It was bad. I'm not going back.
But see, I've done that when it's been played out for a long time. So there's been months, and and you like the person, like, oh man, I was expecting this to be better than this.
And let me tell you this: there's some guys that are still waiting to go out. Like they've asked me, we keep in touch, but not like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere in the back of my mind, I know they're not going to be good in bed. I could just see
it. But you're hanging with the wrong guys. That's what we know.
Now, ladies, we have a little memo for y'all too, because we hear y'all ain't out here doing your best work.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
We heard your head game is lacking and it's short, and your teeth is all in the way. We heard your hygiene ain't where it need to be. So now listen here. Don't ask for what you can't give.
Don't ask for what you can't give.
You don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. If you can't give it, you don't deserve it.
You better be, that man better be raising blood pressures like Brandon said.
You got to be in there like, Wait, Jaquita said, I've sacrificed sex before for romance. It seems I don't always get both in a lot of relationships I've been in. In all honesty, just the trips, gifts, dinners, and hugs have been just as great as sex. And let me tell you, I will applaud that if it works for you. I don't know that sex will always be at the top of my list as I get older. It's just there now, and probably for the next 10 years at least.
So y'all they just watched me do that for a whole year.
But also ask yourself, is it that you settled and the trips and it is good, and it's okay whether sex is good or not because you settled, or is sex
because important? You can have it all. You can have it all.
But it depends on if it's important. It may not be important, but I just want to make sure that it's not important because it's not important, and not because you haven't had
you're making it not important because you're not getting it, and you're settling for not getting it.
Yes, that's the
teeth all in the damn way. Lord have mercy.
And listen, if you don't know how to do it, you can just ask. You can act like this.
What did Catrice say?
I was about to say it could be the woman when the sex is bad. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Men have told me that women dry
but I
ain't
never shrank a dick in my life.
Yeah, there's not more mama business on that one now. But my friends have told me that a woman doesn't stay wet is a turn off. I didn't know that we all have different depths. So they're like, sometimes she could be really shallow. And so, the size doesn't work. Men don't like it when y'all just lay there, don't do anything. Like learn to get on top, ride, turn around. I mean, get your two signature, two signature little things you can do and own it. Like I'm good at this.
Wait a minute. Say that again slowly, Tina, in case they missed it in the back. Get your two signature moves and own it.
Get your two signature moves and own it. Because these two get them every time. You got to and practice them so that they
know my two signature moves are.
She said, nah, now I need great sex. Yes. And so that's what you don't want to do. The only way you're unhappy is if you haven't sat down to write the list of what you need. That's your own fault.
And back to the one who said the trips and the gifts and all that stuff was as good as I tried that because we had a great time. We had wonderful experiences. It was phenomenal. Mm-hmm. But we would get there and it was not enough. It wasn't enough. And that's not being shallow. I'm not married to you. I don't have to settle for that. And I'm sorry, the trips and gifts and stuff did not supersede that. And I stayed for as long as I could. Because my thought was I was being shallow. No, I deserve to be fulfilled in every area that I desire to be fulfilled in, period. What's that, Brandon?
Brandon said, if you don't know how to do something, be honest. Hell, if I'm not getting you there, teach me. I got 4 degrees. I listen damn well.
Okay. All right.
Now,
women, that's back to being able to have honest conversations too. They need to be able to tell you that and be willing, because some of us done teaching too. My phone died.
Your phone just switched to the left. She said, give him some moans, make them happy. Yes. If you have a partner or you're practicing or rehearsing or whatever you're doing, you have to practice. So whether it's a rose or you watch some movies, like think about the things that you want to do and don't know how to do. Right. And so you start Googling and studying. It's just like with any other sport or gift or talent. You study, do your research. Google has everything. Just read about it. Don't become like a pervert. But if it's an area that you want to get strong in, you should read and you should study to see what makes them happy. All right. I think we lost Erica. She's down in Miami. I guess y'all didn't come in on any dates. Talk back and name calling is a good thing. Yeah. And that's key. Communicate what you want. One thing that I've never enjoyed is phone sex. Just ain't my thing. If I'm gonna have sex, just pull up. Book a flight. I'm on the way. I don't do well with phone sex. Yep. Role play. But the more you talk, that's why we keep talking about communication being such an important part of these relationships. One, in getting to meet people to see if this is somebody that you should even go out on a date with. But then secondly, it's asking yourself, how much more can you adjust? Where could you be better? What do you need to learn? What do you need to study? Dating is about what you want, but it's also about what you can give. So we always, tell the story of the woman who's waiting on Denzel Washington and, may not have the IQ of a Denzel Washington or be into the things that he likes. Like whatever you like, just be qualified to be there. Because when it shows up, sometimes you just get one chance to come through the door. There's power in prayer. Okay. Tina, it is about developing the romance game you have to learn during the relationship. Every couple has a different playbook. Yes, exactly. So when you're dating, you have different playbooks. So some women may say, oh, no, I don't even want to talk sex, do sex. They may have a 90-day rule. Some women are no sex before marriage. Other women are like 2 or 3 days, and I got to get to the bottom of things. So know what it is that you need and talk. Open your mouth. You're not married. You're allowed to talk. Patricia said, I had a date today, but Patricia, what happened? No, we want to know. See, when y'all don't mention it, then we don't, that's how we don't learn. You got to tell us the good and the bad. Remember, I told y'all I just got ghosted like 30 days ago, which was crazy. Right. What went wrong? I want to know what went wrong too. Reciprocal, honest exchange engenders trust. I love that. I love that, Dean. Reciprocal, honest exchange engenders trust and mutual respect. And, which is very underwhelming. And it doesn't mean that you're wrong. It means that the things that you share or the things that you desire and you tell me that's what you're looking for, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's not me. I just say both of us a lot of time from being honest. Right? Like I'm not trying to be absolutely no chemistry at all. Okay, we'll keep going because we date them all. So we got to get you a second one lined up for today. Brandon said, you got ghosted by someone who plays sick. How horrible. I know. Y'all, I got ghosted by an Egyptian. I still ain't got over that to this day. What happened? The problem is women need to be honest and let them know when the sex is bad. I agree. Because when you lie and they come to you with that non-functioning penis and wonder why it's not good to you, then they go in denial and repeat the same non-functioning penis with someone else. I agree. And I also agree that it's okay to go to the doctor. You're not less of... I do want to be fair in saying, ladies, the men have issues, but women, you all do too. Okay, some of y'all haven't written anything since you was a child. You haven't sucked a lollipop since you was, in the 3rd grade. You don't Google sex. You don't even know your own body. So you're not good in bed because you don't treat it like an art. Relationship is lots of homework, and we must study. I agree, darling. Absolutely. Never assume, especially in a new relationship. Don't assume in a new relationship that, oh, you're going to meet someone, go to dinner, you're both going to be attractive, and oh, we're off to a great start. It's just dinner. Jacqueline, honesty don't hurt grown men's feelings. I know some grown men who, you know what, let me say this. You could be right. Maybe there's a difference between grown men and men of power. Because I know some men in power whose egos are fragile. Kiera says, so I'm doing the online dating and only poor men are liking me. Wait. So we had this conversation when we first started the show. Well, this topic. You have to get your preferences right. So you got to do a lot of swiping. Because the computer needs to kind of see what is she like, what is she not like. So the more you swipe no, they're like, oh, she doesn't like that. The more you swipe yes, they're like, oh, that's what she likes. Make sure you have a complete profile. Help her with the profile. Yes, ladies, drop the filters. These are men that we want to meet in person. Now, we all have a little filter or two. 1 or 2 photos with a filter is okay. We need full body pictures. You a big girl, be a big girl. Ain't no point you trapping them from the neck up. Then he see you and now you acting crazy because he said he like them thin and you 280. Like be your all 280 and own it. Be honest. We also talked about men who don't have profiles. If you have not been able to take 5 to 10 minutes to even write a profile, why are you here? Like, give me something to read. Otherwise, you want me to just pick you because you're handsome, and that normally doesn't last long. She said, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. D said, talk about vulnerability. Everyone is willing to be vulnerable, honest, and willing to do the work and listen carefully. Trust is a must, but it evolves over time. This is such a great question, D. I remember a guy that I actually really liked. We tried dating. It didn't work out for a number of reasons. Still friends, cool. We don't talk regularly, but things ended amicably. But I remember having a conversation with him, and he said, I'm always concerned because I feel like you're not vulnerable with me. And I said, well, what do you mean by vulnerable? And he's like, you don't open up, and you're not vulnerable. I had shared some very personal things, but as he explained it, it was that he wanted me to be like naked and share and raw, and I just had to simply tell him, you haven't created an environment that makes me feel comfortable being vulnerable. Just not yet. We were long distance, so maybe it's that we hadn't spent a lot of time together in person, but I think that people become vulnerable when the stage and atmosphere is set for you to be vulnerable. Don't confuse vulnerability with honesty, because I can be very honest and not vulnerable at the same time. Never catfish. Yes. Why are you catfishing? Eventually with all this technology, you're going to end up on FaceTime, Google Duo, Zoom. Somebody's going to want to see you before they meet you in person. So you might as well just show them who you are. Kiera, Erica personally did my profile, so I know that's some point. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, maybe it's your pictures, or maybe it's that you're not swiping often enough. Like, are you getting on there every day? Sometimes I get on there just to swipe no, or just to swipe left, just because I haven't been on in days. So, and it's okay to update your profile too. Only time will tell with relationship and friendship. Absolutely. And we don't have a lot of time, nor do we know how much time we have. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't waste your time. Get in there, ask the hard questions, ask what you want to know. Erica did mine too. She did, but you gotta go in and set your preferences, and you gotta do the work, ladies. You gotta talk back. I think that over time and asking a lot of questions, you gotta be really confident with you and know what you want. Otherwise, you're gonna be always out here dating and ending up with these frogs and fraudulent people because you don't know what you want. Christian Mingle ain't Christian at all. Now I was never on Christian Mingle. I knew I didn't need to be over there. I was gonna hurt somebody's feelings over there. Jacqueline said, I've had many mistakes with men. Dated, had a blast. Sex was off the chain, but was narcissistic, bipolar. I almost lost who I was. When I freed myself, I asked myself, was I there for love, or was it the sex? The experiences caused me to be extra careful now. Yes. You know what? And it's okay to be extra careful. Things go wrong. We live and we learn. That's right. I love that, Darwin. Don't collect the red flags, just acknowledge them. Right? So once you see it, learn about it, change, and move on. Don't keep repeating the same cycle. But bad relationships, we all have them. We all have an ex somewhere for a number of reasons. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's 9:30. Erica has she ghosted me. No, I'm just joking. She didn't ghost me out. She probably had some technical issues. I think her phone died. Have an amazing week. Be good to yourself. Love on somebody else. And just do it one favor. Call somebody. Go out on a date. Send a text. Don't forget you. Don't get lost. We've all been through a lot. We all deserve love and a good time. Good night. See you guys next week.